Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s. His father, he thanks us.
All right, we're back. Vacation is over. Vacation is over. You guys have a good time off?
So happy,
yeah.
so happy to be back.
I
in this
am,
garage.
I know.
Jack.
I missed you guys.
Yeah, I know. We had the golf tournament, so we'll just start there.
What a day.
Golf tournament was unbelievable. Thank you to everybody who came. Thank you everybody who donated money. Al, if Al's listening to this, he should shut it off now because he hates compliments. But Al donated a shitload of fucking alcohol. So we'll get to the prizes. Tournament was fucking looked like it was in peril.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Yeah.
A lot of early complaints that it was going to be rained out.
What's the rain date?
What's the rain
Yeah.
date? Yeah. First of all, that would have been the biggest disaster of all time.
I agree.
Oh, shit.
Because some people are gonna want their money back, and like
Yeah.
because we use Venmo for business,
Yeah.
don't even know if we're doing that right. Because they take like a little bit of a fee.
Yeah.
So like somebody pays $150, we get like $147 or something.
Right.
So we were down to brass tacks for money, anyways, to make some money. And
we actually lost, borderline
brass
lost
tacks
on,
is the wrong
on
word, but
golf.
we broke basically even. We would have lost money. What happened was Sean B, who thank God Sean B exists, because he helped me run it. And he negotiated because they went up $10. So after we had already said 150, we realized they went up $10 a guy, which is a shitload of money per guy.
Yeah.
Well, it goes from 80 to 90. And so he negotiated down $3, and then people complained about the punch greens, which didn't affect anything because it rained.
It's fucking soaked.
But I saw the guy the week before, 2 weeks before we played in that tournament. He grabbed me. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna punch the greens," and I just was like, "Just don't say anything."
Yeah, stonewalled him.
Yeah, I stonewalled
And he
him.
was
And he's
like,
like,
"I'll
"Well,
give
take
you
$5
$5
off a guy," and I'm like, "Perfect." So we ended up making a little bit of money on the golf. We made all our money on really the donations and the
Mulligans and
raffles
all
and
that, yeah.
mulligans and everything. So we ended up donating $3,800 to cystic fibrosis. We
More
sent that
than
in.
more than last year.
Yeah, we sent that
good.
in last Tuesday or Wednesday. I sent it in, which was great. So that's all set. So it was on Thursday for people who
Pullers.
aren't from around here. It absolutely we're talking biblical shit, right? You wanted the ark in your backyard if you were here on last Thursday, 2 Thursdays ago, right? No, yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
Thursday, a week and a half ago. I went up there and I was like, "Listen, dude, is there any way we're not getting out? Because I gotta know, because people." And he's like, "Unless it's fucking thunder and lightning, you get out." I'm like, "All right, perfect." So I actually was just like, I'm not even gonna worry about it. Usually I'm freaking the fuck out, but I was like, whatever. There's nothing I can do about this. This is what it is. It's supposed to rain all morning. Didn't.
Nope.
It was fucking fine. And the
Cold.
course was actually in great shape.
Yeah. There was 2 holes I counted that were like, there was a little fucking pool there.
Yeah. But it went off without a hitch. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
Everybody was done in a reasonable amount of time. It was just a great it was an unbelievable day. It was a whirlwind of a day. We had, I got one thing I got to beef with right now. So I put my bag down. I told Fitzy this. Day before I went and bought my buddy Mike Levy a nice golf balls for, a dozen golf balls for helping me get Tess a job at Home Depot. And I got Pro V1s. I'm like, I'll treat myself a little bit, put them next to my bag, go to get my bag, gone.
Come on.
Swear to God.
2 12-packs of balls gone, dude.
Yeah. No, one dozen. Pro V1s, though, $50 worth of balls.
Oh, so the other one was still
The
there?
other one I put inside.
Someone just took the Pro
Someone
V1s.
just took my Pro V1s.
Wow.
Yeah. So, anyways, you're not invited next year, whoever you are.
There's got to be a camera there. Honestly, I don't even know if I'd want to know.
I don't even want to know.
I wouldn't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Just know you're a
I was
scumbag.
actually hoping that it was because Al and them were down there. I was hoping it was them, and he was just
fucking
busting my
with you.
balls.
Yeah,
but I feel like he would have told me.
He
by
would have
now.
said something by now.
Yeah, he would have said something by now. So, and Al could take it if he wanted to because he donated so much to the tournament. So, Al won the tournament and donated a shitload of booze. So it's funny because he was like, "How big is this wheelbarrow you got?" Because he was the one who came up with the ideas. Like, get a wheelbarrow, I'll fill it with booze. So I put two Corker, the last two Corker sweatshirts in there. By the way, we still have Ian Lounsbury's pulling the Corker sweatshirt. I just cleaned out the thing, so we got his.
Okay.
And I was like, all right. So like I said, people come here all the time, like who come here for the first time. If I'm having people over and they bring like a bottle of nice booze. And I don't drink booze that much. You know what I mean? Like if it's really nice, like when Al brought the Blue Label, I'm going to keep that, you know?
For sure.
But I was like, I had some tequilas down there and shit. And I'm like, all right, I'm fucking throwing this in there because I don't know how much Al's bringing. Al brought enough alcohol to kill like Chinatown.
I couldn't believe it.
And thank God. So he brought a shitload of booze, good booze, like Bullet Bourbon, everything. Don Julio. And then,
You name it.
Yeah,
It was there.
you name it was there. And then he brought a case of beer, a case of craft beer, and then like a case of wine, basically. So I'm sitting there, and the only thing I'm thinking at this point, the only thing that was stressing me out the entire time was like, I'm like, some fucking girl's gonna win this, one of my sister's friends, and they're not gonna have a way to get this out of here. And so, thank God, I pulled the ticket. It's Mark Chaybuck.
Hold on. Before you get that
Yeah.
far, I was there when Al pulled up and it goes in the wheelbarrow. And so many people have commented on this. Have you ever worked a wheelbarrow in your life?
Very
it was
rarely.
the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Who was trying to push it?
It looked
Al?
like Brendan.
Brendan.
Yeah.
It was like baby Bambi legs going up the hill. Right. But honestly, what was it, 200 pounds?
Oh
full
my
of shit?
God, I don't even know how
It
much
was
it
just
weighed.
so funny. And then so you finally get it up there, and I'm like trying to like, I don't know. I was just like the JetBlue guy with the fucking
Yeah.
flashes, just
Yeah.
trying to help you out. And then the guys from Mount Hood see him just come in, and Brendan just goes, "Relax, it's a prize. We're not drinking it." Like so rudely. It was great.
The guy was like, no. He's a French guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, fuckface. I'm like, we'll take care of it. So Mark Chaybuck gets the ticket.
Guy
paid.
no one better could have won
Could have
that.
been better. I mean, now he was married, has kids, but he's a bachelor. Just bought a house down in South Carolina. I actually saw him last night. He came to the show, Twisted Fate, and I'm like, I'm like, thank God you won it because you got the booze out of there. And he's like, dude, we party at my buddy Richie's house all the time. I took like 3 bottles that I wanted. I'm just like, stack this, like fucking take this. We party at your house. So I'm like, I'm glad it went to a good place. So
Yeah, fuck yeah.
and he's like, and a couple people that were with me were like, they had weddings to go to and shit, or like communions and stuff. And I was like, take the wine. So I love it when somebody wins it that's going to use it. You know what I mean?
He was very excited. When he won. It was like the Price is Right when I call your name.
Dude.
He's like, yeah.
So we didn't have a lot of prizes. Like we had a foursome. My buddy, father's best friend, Danny O'Neill, donated a foursome to Merrimack Valley. We had a putter and balls. Nazi won that.
Rod Krymeyer donated a box of cigars.
Yep.
Fucking limited edition cigars.
Yep.
So that went.
There was something else. I'm missing it, but everybody wanted that wheelbarrow booze.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted it. Because, like, dude, if you had this wheelbarrow booze, you basically don't have to buy booze for like 2 years.
It was a lot. I have a picture of it. We can put it on the page. Whatever. It was a lot of booze.
Yeah, it's on the page. It's there somewhere. But yeah, it was a fucking unbelievable day. Like I said, we raised $3,800.
Who won the scratch ticket thing?
Oh, that's right. I don't remember who won the scratch ticket thing.
Well, they're not millionaires. We would have heard about it.
Yeah,
by
we would have
now.
heard about it by now, and they would have been sharing it with us, obviously. They probably took my Pro V1s. Piece of shit. So it was fucking, dude, it was unbelievable. We had a fucking great day. We want to thank everybody. It was, dude, that week was like a whirlwind of fucking activity, like just, you know, getting all the money in, fucking, thanks to Misguided Spirits, by the way, right here. They donated like 18 bottles of booze, which was great. So we gave some of those out as door prizes. We have t-shirts. So here's the problem. Last year, so what we did is last year, everybody shows up and they're like, we took orders in advance. So we were like, what size are you? Which was a whole pain in the ass. And then all these people that were like, I'm an XL, I'm a large, got up there and they're like, they're not larges.
Right.
They're fucking fat. So they were like, I need an XL. So this year, I just figured out the numbers and I went the other way, right? Now I'm a large. Danny's a large, obviously, usually. The larges are gone. I don't even have a large.
I didn't grab my shirt.
I don't have a large. I didn't even have a large. So I was like, because there were a shitload of shirts left. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's got to be fucking one of everything pretty much, except for probably the doubles and triples. And because I only had like 10 triples. Dude, I'm like, there's not a fucking large left. So I don't know if the Corkers are taking Brian Panuzzo's advice or what's happening, but or if somebody ran off with the larges and the Pro V1s. But bottom line is, I'm wearing a dress basically for a shirt. So yeah, so I thought about this the other day. It was a great time. You guys had fun though, right?
Absolutely.
We had a blast,
Absolute blast.
right?
So we get off on one, right? In my
Oh wait, we got something we really got to talk about though.
what?
So we're gonna be up there at 6, right?
Oh yeah, buddy. Dude,
So we're
we,
gonna be up there at 6, right?
Come on, will you?
We're gonna be up there at 6.
Listen, I know you guys got it under control.
Betsy at 7.
I'm there for registration.
hold on. I felt bad because there's a huge sign that says no parking golf tournament. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, it's my tournament. I'm
Sure.
avoiding the sign at all costs. So I go up, I pull up, and the guy's like, you can't park here. I go, it's my tournament. He goes, I don't care. Like so rude. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, this is where the golf carts are going. I was like, I didn't even put that into a plan. I go, I apologize. So I was 5 minutes late. I walked in the door at like 6:05.
Unacceptable.
Brendan's already there. Sean B's already there. And you were,
The clock's ticking, and now I'm not noticing because it's like we're so busy.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like 6:45, and I'm like, where the fuck is this kid?
So Brendan texts me and he's like, "You alive?" And I ignore it because I'm just shitting. I was on the toilet.
I don't believe the story.
And Brendan said, if you were on the toilet, you would have texted me back. So he thinks I'm like sleeping the
You were
whole
dead
time.
sleeping.
I
You were
was
dead
not.
sleeping.
I was
So
awake.
you can't even say it with a straight face.
I'm
You're
laughing
so
because
bullshit.
it's
I've told
it's
so many
hilarious.
lies in my life. I know
It's
a lie.
hilarious to me.
Look at you. Yeah,
So
I was born at night. I wasn't born last night.
yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm on the toilet and he's like, "You alive?" And I'm like, "Dude, they're already pissed. I'm not responding to this text." And fucking, I got there when I got there. I had to Uber.
And then Fitzy goes, "You're mad at me. You're mad at me." And I go, "I'm not mad at you. I'm disappointed." And my father, I told my father that. He goes, "Oh, way worse." He
Yeah.
goes, "That's something I used to say to you." Yeah, but you got there. It was fine. You didn't do shit.
And then you texted me the next later that night or the next day. You were like, "Hey, if I was sure with anyone, I didn't mean it. I was stressed out." I was like, "Dude, I took it personally." And then I was like, "Nah, fuck you. I was just kidding."
No, you know who had it under control? Bridget, my two little
Oh,
cousins.
dude,
Yeah.
let me tell you right now.
Tess.
Thank you to Bridget, your little cousins, by the way, wearing their Corca gear.
Oh, so they all wore a
Julie
different hoodie?
Julie Wilcox showed up to help out. I go like this. I go, you don't even have to do anything. She goes, perfect. I'm going back to bed. It's like awesome.
All right,
They did a great job.
So back to my story. We get off on one, right? In my team, I obviously pick people who are decent at golf because I'm not decent at golf. We make the green in regulation. I fucking sink a 12-footer.
Yeah.
Awesome. First hole.
Look
Dude,
at
we
this.
were on 8.
Okay.
So first hole, right? So I sink that.
For an eagle?
No, birdie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we're like, oh, today's gonna be good. We ended up at 1 under. So we didn't do any better from there on out. But I sunk a 40-footer.
Nice.
Did I tell you that?
No.
Dude, it was a bomb. Absolute bomb.
Yeah.
That's what keeps me coming back. One good shot out of 120.
I told everybody I was going to talk about this. I had 2 ringers on my team.
Yeah.
One of them didn't show up until the 10th hole. Like, just
No.
the other one didn't even show up with a driver. Stevie didn't show up with a driver. He gets into the cart. We get to our hole. What did we started on 18, I think.
Yeah.
Started on 18. No, 11.
No, you were
We
like
started
to
on
11,
11.
yeah.
So we get to 11. Stevie starts stretching. And I'm like, hell yeah, he's locked in. And he goes, yo, John, can I use your driver? And John turns around. He goes, what, dude?
Excuse me?
He goes, where's your driver? He goes, oh, I let my brother-in-law use it. He goes, why wouldn't you grab your driver for a tournament? You knew that you were going to. This isn't like spontaneous golf here.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I don't know, dude. He's like, I figured I could just use yours. He goes, well, you can't. John would not let him use the driver. Now, I'm a lefty.
Yeah.
Right? John goes, this is a $750 driver that I just bought. You're not using it. So now, the only other person was Danny, right? Now, Danny is just as good as golf as I am,
yeah.
which isn't, right?
Yeah.
His driver, it looks like he got out of fucking Building 19 in Lynn, okay? So he's like, I gotta use this fucking piece of shit. Now, Stevie's like so fucking extra. He hits a fucking moonshot with this thing. I'm like, it's not the club, pal. It's you.
Yeah.
Just keep it going. So Stevie hits a bomb. I'm terrible for like the first 3 holes. And then I hit the shot of my life.
Yeah.
And same exact thing. 7 iron. I'm like inches from the pin.
That's awesome.
And like I got the hugs from the boys. We crushed a nip of Pink Whitney.
Nice.
I forgot to take my Prilosec. I'm hurting immediately. It was electric.
It's funny you say that about the driver too, because like John, now normally I'd be like, who gives a fuck? Just let him use a driver.
Yeah.
I was looking at my driver. I hit a ball. I must have hit a ball so bad. There's a dent on the bottom of my fucking driver.
Yeah, you were just teeing off in a driveway.
Dude, there's a dent.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
A circle dent from
Yeah.
a ball. Like I sculled it so bad that there's a dent on my driver. I was like, guys, look at this. They're like, yeah, that's terrible.
I played with the Mars and Kevin, Tim, and
Mohan.
Mohan played pretty good.
Did he?
Yeah, I think we were like
We were 6
10 under or something, maybe, or I think, or 9 or 8. I think we were 8 under. Yeah, we couldn't put one tight, so it was like we weren't hitting the long putts. So, but like those guys played great. We had an absolute blast out there. It was,
That's what it's about.
dude, golf
having
scramble
fun.
day is just the best
It
day in the
is,
world. We
yeah.
talked about it. It's the fucking best.
Al's foursome was in front of me, and so we had his wicked Italian cousin in front of us. You want to talk about the best people to meet up with at a hole and just start talking shit
Oh,
too?
yeah.
Amazing
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, they're
Amazing.
great. Nico is in full effect. Nico's gonna be on the show soon. He has Sunday nights off. So whenever we can find a Sunday night again, because the next month, just to give it a little FYI, the next month is a fucking buzzsaw. So we got everybody has a million graduation parties. We got Danny's got a daughter graduating high school. You got some with all this moving on ceremonies and shit. So like we're gonna have to be creative in times we do the show. So like we're probably not gonna have a lot of guests the next month. Is my guess because
Yeah, we got to sneak
we
them in.
got to sneak them in. So you're gonna have the three of us.
Deal
Which
with
is
it.
unbelievable. Also, by the way, so after that, I told Fitzy this. I'll just tell it on the show. I don't give a fuck. So the next night, I'm like, obviously, shampoo effect. I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, it's 4 o'clock. I'm like, I'm doing a misguided fucking Diet Coke, right? So we had plans to go to the movies on Sunday. I get up in the morning. Maggie's like, you gotta get those tickets to the movies. So I'm like, yeah, fuck. I'm like, so I ordered the tickets. I go to my Apple Wallet and I ordered 5 tickets the night before. So I have 10 tickets to the movies. And I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to put the misguided down for a little bit. So I haven't had a drink since last Saturday.
Let's go.
By the way, this fucking guy, I'm at my
Hold on.
daughter's.
Imagine Brendan's just outside AMC fucking scalping tickets. Hey, I got tickets.
I got
tickets,
5.
need tickets.
So I'm at my daughter's softball game talking to this guy. I'm not going to mention who it is. Whatever. I don't think he listens to the show. If he does, I don't give a fuck. And he's like, oh, what's in your Yeti? And I'm like, you got a little Tito's and vodka? I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm on the fucking, my father would say I'm on the Bright. I don't even know what that means, but my father says it's like when you're on the Bright, like you're not drinking. So I'm like, I'm on the Bright. And he's like, no, it's I'm like, I'm not drinking for a little bit. Take a little time off. And he goes, oh, isn't that like ruin your brand? He's like, you guys know like guys who get shit faced all the time. And I'm like, listen, fuck face. I'll tell you what my fucking brand is.
Yeah.
All right. You don't tell me what the fuck my brand is. You know what your brand is? I hope you fucking die, choke on a chicken wing up at the fucking clubhouse at your country club. How do you like that? You fucking zero.
Don't fucking assume my
Like
brand.
you think you're getting wild with a Tito's and vodka at softball? Like I'll show you wild at 3 a.m.
I'll
know
show
what I
you
mean?
how to potty.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
like, no one will know what's in this Yeti.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
Off, pal.
Probably a fucking wine cooler. Probably a Bottles and
Seagram's.
James. Yeah, Bottles and James, probably. So anyway, so that was that. By the way, just a bone to pick. I'm getting my steps in this week, walking around the lake up where I work. A couple things. First of all, this guy's walking in front of me. He's got all the tats. He's kind of jacked. He's got a fucking Kid Rock's Nashville bar shirt on.
I thought it was
right?
me until you said that.
No, but he's got the predictable tats, like the star tat.
Oh, the nautical
right?
star?
Yeah, nautical star.
Yeah.
He's got a pit bull, right? I'm like, how many more fucking hard dick accessories does one man need? You know what I mean? I get it. We get it. You're tough. You know what I mean? It's like, I got to get the pit bull to go with the tattoo on my arm and the Kid Rock shirt on my fucking back. What a piece of shit.
This guy sounds awesome,
Yeah.
actually.
Then this
Did you
dude
get his number?
it was Friday. Actually, it was Friday. This dude's running around the lake, right? He's kind of moving. He's probably our age, or my age. Sorry, I'm older than you guys. And he's like, he's got a shirt on that says Casual Friday.
Ugh.
I'm like, oh, we get it, dude. You run 6 miles on your Fridays. It's a Casual Friday. I'm like, I hope you get hit by a fucking semi coming around fucking Lake Quannapowitt right now. Like, what a dickhead with his hot dick Oakley's on, like a fucking shithead. You know what I mean? So many people around that fucking lake I want to kill on that day. By the way, this is what happens when I'm not drinking. You're getting everything. Synapses are fucking just firing.
Firing.
Yeah. I'm like, I got ideas coming out of my fucking head.
I got to, before I forget, so after the tourney on Friday, I get a plethora of texts from all the guys I coach with. By the way, Avery Tango, top 5 day for me was that golf tournament. He doesn't drink nearly as much as I want him to because he is a fun fucking person when he's drinking. And he was on one that
Oh,
day.
yeah, he was definitely on one.
And so I don't know if you remember saying this, but I ended up going to 621 afterwards. And Brendan's like, Danny, you still there? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm on my way. We stayed another 3.5 hours. No sign of Brendan Ahern. We got food. We drank. We had shots. We're in that. So when you walk in, you look to the left, that little circle table. We were right there. And so I'm like, I'm feeling it at this point. I mean, we started pretty goddamn early. Fitz, if you were on time, you would have started with us too. But
I still got in there at 7. Cracked one right away.
I'm like, let me get one of those Zins. So I threw a Zin in my mouth. And I don't, everyone knows I don't smoke.
Yeah.
I don't do Zins, anything like that. I'm real quiet boy type shit. And I put a timer on. I lasted 1 minute and 44 seconds. I got so fucking dizzy, dude.
Really?
Yeah. So like, and it's my own fault. I should have known better. But Nick Ragucci is not a human when it comes to these things. He gets them like from Switzerland. They're like 55 milligrams.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to be fucking
dude,
around.
That's what you put in your mouth?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
And like, he's
Yeah.
like crying, laughing. And I'm like, I don't feel well at all. Like,
Yeah.
this is, and I'm like in the middle of the circle. I'm like, God forbid I had to puke. It was going everywhere.
If
Yeah.
you left that in, you would have puked.
Yeah. Oh,
You
I,
100% would have puked.
the story's not over.
Oh, did you
Yeah.
puke?
No. So hour goes by. I'm like, let me try a regular one. So I threw that in. I think I lasted 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Same effect. I don't know what I was thinking, but all I know is I wasted these guys' cents. All right.
That's all right. They're cheap.
We leave there, and then we just do the tour to Malden. We went to Faces Brewery, which I wrote the beer down because I think you guys need to try it. I don't think it's their beer, but it's the best stout I've ever had.
Really?
It's called Fade to Black. Left Hand Brewery.
Okay.
They make, you could buy it, I guess. I know we have a bunch of craft beer guys. They'll fill me in. It was fucking outstanding.
Yeah.
Best like Guinness type of beer I've ever had in my life. We go there, then we go to All Seasons. We went from shots and Zins at 621 to stouts. Now I'm drinking mango Mai Tais
Jesus Christ.
at All Seasons. And why stop there, Brendan, right? We go across the street to Hugh O'Neill's, where I haven't been in probably
Were
15
your pictures
years.
hanging behind the bar?
Yeah, I've been kicked out of there quite a few times. It's not the same bar as it was, but that used to be a great bar. I used to love that place. It still looks the exact same. There's still some of the same bartenders from Ireland working there. Thank God they didn't recognize me. I woke up that next morning with a soup pot full of vomit next to my couch.
Oh, yeah.
Soup pot.
You told us this.
I didn't have my shoes still on, but I had my still golf attire on. It was a rough Saturday,
Yeah.
to say the least.
So you did.
Re-entry was tough.
You can blame the Zins.
I'm going to 100%
yeah.
blame the Zins.
Yeah.
I've done a session with drinking and being fine, waking up the next day.
Yeah.
Those Zins ruined my life.
That's a
You
day.
start with Zins, tomorrow is heroin.
I don't know. I feel like the mango martini might have been a.
There was a lot going on. Glenn had a rough day. We all had rough, but like, I don't know.
Any clapback from the misses?
There
for
was-
puking in a soup bowl.
Just glad it's not on the old floor or
Yeah,
anything.
no,
you know?
it's fucking. That's.
I
being
didn't
an
put the
adult.
soup pot there, so she might have did me some justice.
Oh,
I
you don't
think.
remember.
I don't no clue if I remember. No.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an unbelievable fucking day. Unbelievable weekend. Oh, by the way, so I had to mention this. I played at Twisted Fate last night. So I'm laying in bed. Like I said, I'm on the bright, as my father would say. So I'm laying in bed at 11:30 on Friday night. And I'm like just fucking with Instagram. And all of a sudden it's like, you've been tagged this post from Twisted Fate. And it's like, tomorrow, Brendan Ahern. I'm like, well, I didn't remember that. I agreed to play that, but I'm not good with the calendar. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I got to go. I have never been to a brewery in my life and not drank. That's a fact. Especially when the beer's free for me because I play. So I get there. There's a million kids in there. Okay? So right away, I'm in a bad mood because I'm not drinking. There's a million kids in there. There's all these parents with their kids. Now, I have to say this. First of all, these kids were very well behaved. I came off a couple of guys that come regularly, Chayback was or something like, Alan's like, you sound the fucking best you sound. I'm like, yeah, 'cause I'm not gassing fucking drinks. Most of these guys were Italian Americans. They were Italian horns flying. Like, there were more Italian horns than there were the beers at the fucking tournament. And they were watching the Italian soccer game. So I'm already in a bad mood. You know, there's fucking Italians all around me. these guys had full, I gotta say this, they had full control of their children. And I was they were kind of in the space where I was going to play. And I'm always like, I hate this because now I got to move them and shit. So anyways, I go through the first set. I come off with like Jay McGrath, a couple other guys were there, Delano and Chaybox. I'm talking to them. Padet wasn't there. This is other guy working the bar. So I'm talking to them for a little bit. Chaybox knows one of the guys because he owns a big landscaping company over in North Reading or something. So I meet the guy, super nice guy, kid Brian. Actually think he was not Italian. So anyways, I'm like sitting there. Now I'm like starting to feel in a better mood. And they're all gassed up. It is funny when you're not drinking at a brewery and you watch people just dissolve into alcohol. Like they're like all of a sudden the eyes are fucking glassed and like. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, you know what? These kids have been good. I'm like, I'm gonna give them. I'm like, all right. I'm like, here's a fucking. Since two of them send their kids over with tips, right? A couple bucks. So I'm like, all right. I got kind of a kid song here. So I'm like, I'm gonna play Rattenbach. Right. So I'm like, let's see if you guys can keep track of these words as I go backwards through the song. This fucking kid who looks like literally could be Al's like 16th cousin, right? Is like with a fucking Pirelli Italian fucking soccer shirt on. It's like, fucking Rattenbach, right? So I'm like, so I play Rattenbach. This kid goes fucking bananas, right? He's like, dude, I was in Galway, best music I've ever heard. He's like, he comes over, drops 20 in. So I just want to say this, as a lot of people say, this is an anti-Italian podcast. Best tip I ever got ever was from an Italian American. There you go. And then they're like, can you play Whiskey in a Jar? So the whole end of the set was all the, and I was like, fuck, because what happened was I have this thing. So I got an iPad that has all the lyrics in it, and I got a clicker that I could step on that brings the words up and down. Clicker dies with 40 minutes left. And I'm like, now I got to, and I've already played some of the shit I know all the words to. So I'm like, fuck. And the kid's like, can you just keep playing Irish songs? All these Italian guys, like, can you just keep playing Irish songs? So I'm like, good, I know all the words to these fucking songs. So I just finished with like fucking, like it was St. Patrick's Day. Like it was great. So shout out to those guys. We had a blast. So anyways, it was a fucking great tournament. Obviously, we said that. We'll do it again next year. 50 will be on time next year, I'm sure.
So zero
I'm glad it's over. It's one of those things, it's kind of like a wedding in a way where it's like, leading up to it, it's like you're just like fucking Jesus fucking Christ. Then when it comes, it's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, the day of it was unbelievable. 50 was like, you accused Mark of crashing a car. I'm like, I could have been accused of being the best fucking chess player in North America for all I know. I was fucking on my way to the blackout like at that point.
Because we went up to the lake afterwards, and he's like, fucking Brendan, he accused me of getting a golf cart stuck. And I was like, was he just asking you? Or did he like say, hey, fuckhead, you got a golf cart stuck? And he's like, no, I don't know. But it seemed like he was accused. I was like, he was fucking stressed out that day. I was late and shit.
I wasn't even like, I did that to like 50 people. I'm like, who got the fucking golf cart stuck?
Did we find out who it was?
No, I don't know who it was. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Like they drove. Like I had actually been the one who said like we don't follow cart rules like on the video. So
I think it was like second hole. And who was I with? I was with my buddy from Reading. He was driving, and he's like, I think it's cop path only all day today. And sure enough, Dave Original Ginger fucking just takes off down the fairway. And
Nice.
I was like, nah, fuck that. Follow him.
talk about a warrior, by the way, in your group.
Oh, what a kid.
What a
Yeah.
kid. He's the
Yeah.
best.
We got to shout out the cock girl. I forget her name. She told me 100 times. But she said, I'm not saying this because like I've seen you guys recently because she saw us golf.
Yeah, we played 2 weeks before that. She followed us around basically. She knew we were like the pot of honey
She
on that
literally,
course.
I mean, she's probably saying this to like, pump our chest a little bit. She said, I've never seen better tippers at a golf tournament.
Oh, yeah.
So like that was nice to hear.
Yeah.
You guys reaching in your pockets. That was cool.
Yeah.
She's probably full of shit, but that's all right.
Stealing Pro V1s and tipping the cock girl. What's more New England?
Yeah, so it was, I had an absolute fucking blast, like I said, and everybody who donated money and everything, we really appreciate it. It goes a long way. The CF people were pumped because I didn't even tell them we were doing the tournament this year. She reached out. She's like, "Do you want hats?" And I was like, in the middle of shit, I'm like, "We know the hats are gonna stink." So like, nobody wants to walk around with cystic fibrosis hat. Let's just be honest. And like, it was fucking unbelievable. And I saw I donate the money, and she's like, Jesus Christ. She's like, I thought you guys weren't even doing the tournament. And I'm like, yep, here we go. There's your money. There's your cash.
It's nice.
Another thing, so we were up at the lake right after that, and Mark's nephew, who has cystic fibrosis, was up
Yep.
there. Kid's a fucking riot.
Yeah.
absolute character.
Yeah, it's great. My niece has it. Obviously, like I said, they don't get a lot of money donated because it's not like a fucking money. It's not a money maker for the drug companies. So like everything comes from fucking people giving money.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people have it, but people who have it, like they, you just don't live as long as everybody else. So it's like, I remember the first time I heard about it, like this girlfriend of mine, not a girlfriend, but like a friend who's a girl. She was like, oh, in college, she's like, my roommate has cystic fibrosis. I'm like, what's that? She's like, you only live to like, at that point, like this is 30 years ago. Like you only live
20s.
into your like early 30s. I'm like, well, what's the fucking cure? She's like, there's nothing. And I'm like,
nothing,
what? Now you can live a long time, like a lot longer.
Yeah.
Like my niece is doing great. She plays softball. Like, but back in the day, dude, you wouldn't make it till you were fucking 18. Like,
And you get that diagnosis early. So
Yeah.
it's like a little kid, that an innocent little kid is not going to make
and
it
the
far.
crazy fucked up
terrible.
thing is like, let's say, for example, not that, and this is, I guess, a bad way to say it, but like, let's say you have cancer or you're a kid and you go into like the cancer ward, right? So you meet other people that have it and you can fucking kind of like lean on each other. With CF, they carry certain things that they don't want you to be with other CF people because like it can like make it worse.
Yeah.
So like you can't even hang with people who have CF. So it's like, it's tough. So I'm glad we did that. My brother-in-law, Judgy, was pumped. He was like texting me. He's like, dude, you guys fucking killed it. He's like, thanks so much.
Dude, that guy,
He's the nicest guy in the
he
world.
can
he's
light
awesome.
up an entire room.
Yeah,
he
he's awesome.
he smiles and my day's instantly better.
Dude, I used to say when I first met him, when he first married Cammy, I used to say, people would go the WWJDs, what would Jesus do? I used to want one that said, what would Judgy do? Like, because everything he does is good. You know what I mean? He's the best. He's the absolute best.
The first time I met him, I think it was just me and you on the pod at the time. And he just sat back there. And every time I look back, he's in the recliner, just ear to ear smiling. I'm like, this
he's the
guy's
best.
great.
He's fucking awesome. He's the greatest guy. So it was great. And a lot of people that came, like I said, like more people just showing out. I mean, people like, we went to the, I got a force them for us to the soccer tournament that I played some music at, and they were like, well, it's good show out, like 93 people or whatever it was. And I'm like, we're turning people away. 144 loaded on a fucking shitty day. Nobody didn't show up.
it's great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, the reuniting of you and Nico for the epic video, where you were like, you got a big ass dick or not.
So, like, it's funny. The original video, right?
Yeah.
I thought Nico was like 5'3". Because just the angle,
Yeah.
he looks so tiny.
Yeah.
And then he comes up and he hugs me. He's like, what's up, fuckface? And I was like, oh, you're a normal sized guy. I thought he was like this fucking midget.
Well, and Al's always acting like he's a midget on the show.
He's not no 6 feet like Danny Gillis, but I mean, he's not 5'3" either.
No.
I went down to my cot just to drop off cooler or something, and Nico and his dad were standing there.
Oh, yeah.
So I walk over and he's like, he knew who I was. He's like, Fitzy, what's up? I'm like, Nico, nice to meet you. Blah blah blah. I'm like, when are you coming on the show? And then he's like, here's my dad. This is my dad, dude. Absolute fucking
Dude, his dad,
gentleman.
I'm telling you, because I first time I met his dad was the time I played golf with Flow Golf with Al, and he brought Marco, and because he knew that we used to take the piss out of Marco.
Yeah.
But his dad was
Al
there
loves
first.
to see the world burn.
Oh, he loves it. He's nothing more. He's the Joker.
He's a joke.
He is. I met his dad first. His dad, I'm not kidding. He's a top 10 nicest guy you ever met in your life. Now, since I had met him that day, a picture surfaced in somebody's Instagram. I think it was in Marco's, of his dad back in like the 80s. Movie star looks, this guy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't fucking talk about fucking save some pussy for the rest of the world. I actually walked up to him. So I see him at the tournament. Now I'm gassed up. And I'm like, hey, I'm Brendan. I'm like, we met at the Flow Golf that time. He's like, oh, I remember, he's the nicest guy in the world. And I'm like, let me just say, I saw a picture of you back in the day. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you must have been slaying. He's like, I did all right. I was doing okay back then. Yeah. He's the man. So shout out to those boys. Those are our Italian cousins now. But yeah, great day. We raised a shitload of money, and I think we did a good job with it. So Law Garino was there. He played with Al, won the tournament.
Yeah.
They did great. We had just a fucking awesome day. Al stayed longer than he usually would.
Yeah.
If you listen to Bad Brain this week, you should I'm going to just say that. Like, you should just listen to that story about Al getting home from the tournament. It's unbelievable.
I begged him to come to 621. I FaceTimed him.
Yeah. He said he was trying to, but he had a flat tire, basically.
Yeah.
He was trying to get it fixed.
I
and not get a DUI.
also tried to reach out to a lot of people to come to 621. And by the way, I don't know why, because there was like a waiting list that you read about.
Well, we got home and I'm like, we're going to 621. And like, basically Tess was like, you guys are fucking alcoholics. And I'm like, it was like a fucking domestic scene in here. Like, I'm like, all right, fuck this. So probably for the best. And Same thing happened to me last year. I had all these grand plans of going to the IA afterwards. It's like we stayed, dude. Like I said, we had a way better day than we thought. So like we were on that patio for like 3 hours
Yeah,
probably
we were there for a
afterwards,
while.
just fucking shooting the shit and talking shit. And
Sean Doherty is so funny too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious.
He's a good dude.
Oh, we gotta talk about
stayed for a while.
Cronin. So if you're on TikTok, it's
making-
called Irish American,
He's making moves right now.
dude.
It's so funny.
So basically Cronin's from Cork.
Yeah.
His accent is insane.
Can't
I
understand.
mean, like Jinty's from Cork, but like his is wild.
it's gibberish.
It's gibberish. So his daughter makes him read shit off her phone for the internet.
Yeah.
And he's just like, fuck off, get off. He is fucking hilarious. Tess was checking all them in. She's like, I didn't understand a word they were saying. Like all these guys. Like,
Most of them I understand.
yeah, like Al and Joe and
But like,
Keith.
it's funny because I've said it before, but I can pretty much tell you what part of Ireland people are from because
Yeah.
I've just been around them so long. But when I meet someone from Cork, like you're never gonna meet someone like Tommy ever again in your life.
No.
Straight up like fucking.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Scrabble, like putting a blender.
Yeah.
And just say this word, Tommy. You know.
Yeah.
And his daughter does a great job fucking doing it.
Yeah. So he's making moves?
Did you not seeing the numbers that they're putting out?
Oh, no, dude. They're
it's
huge numbers.
insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
On TikTok? Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it, and then she tagged us in it.
There's nothing to
His
it.
daughter tagged us in
Yeah,
it.
she keeps tagging, pulling the cord.
Yeah.
And he's literally just staring at a camera like this. Hard, what's the next fucking word?
Yeah.
And like she's just like, say the sentence, and he can't see shit.
So
to
are they
begin with.
making money off of it?
I don't know if they're there yet.
Yeah.
But like the last video I saw, there was probably 20,000 likes on it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
That's a lot.
yeah, dude.
Dude, it's great. She goes,
20,000
she's going,
likes is a
she's
lot.
going into his bedroom and he's like trying to watch TV. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Fuck off. Fuck off. It's fucking unbelievable.
And it's all love. Like that's him being
Oh,
love.
Yeah. When the Irish say fuck off, it's like nothing. Last thing I was thinking about when I was walking around so I have my Success Lift t-shirt on, Size Lodge, by the way. Walking on the lake. And I'm like listening to the podcast and these two like young girls are walking towards me. They were kind of chuckling. I'm like, I wonder if they're like, look at this fat guy in a Success Lift shirt. And then I was thinking, like, if you're kind of like, not still in great shape, but you've lost a bunch of weight, you should just be able to wear a before picture all the time. Like, you should be able to wear a picture of you at your fattest.
Yeah.
Like when you walk around, be like, that guy used to be a wicked piece of shit. Now he's like only kind of.
He's
piece of shit.
trying.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at this guy. He's doing okay.
Yeah, he's doing better. You know what I mean?
And they won't laugh
They
at you?
high five you.
Yeah, and they won't laugh
Being
at
the
you.
casual Friday guy going on the lake.
Speaking of Wakefield, right? My daughter has her prom tomorrow.
Yep.
So they're doing pictures at the Wakefield Lake and they're leaving from there. This is how dumb teenage girls are. She's like, hey, can we go to Addie's house in Winthrop and then go to Wakefield at 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
Negative. We can't do that.
I go, we are not doing that.
Yeah.
She goes, well, she wants to take pictures in front of her house. I go, it's her house. She's more than welcome to. I go, but we're not doing that. I go, we'll meet together in front of water in Wakefield. I am not going from Malden to Winthrop to Wake. Sorry, not happening.
Yeah.
I understand it's your senior prom. That's great.
What time too? You're gonna hit traffic both ways.
I'm not, yeah, but I'm not Fitz because I told her to fuck
I know,
off.
but that's what I mean. I
So
don't
I
think
said-
kids just don't understand that. Like we're gonna hit traffic both ways.
She
you want
has-
to be in the car for fucking 7 hours.
She has no idea how that works.
Yeah.
And getting to Winthrop, I've done it the past month. Fuck off, Winthrop.
Yeah.
There's a 25 mile an hour citywide ban. Like you can't. and-
Yeah, every city's like that.
No.
Chelsea, Somerville, Cambridge.
But when I had orientation, like they tell you, they're like, do not go past.
So they're enforcing it hard.
So if you, the next time, and I don't wish this upon anybody because I think Winthrop is a cult.
I'm not going.
Every single telephone pole has a camera on it from
So do they give
Revere
you tickets?
Beach.
They give you tickets from the camera?
They can, yeah.
Dude, that's bullshit.
But you literally have to go 10 and 2 and like drive like Miss Daisy the entire fucking.
I feel like if you're gonna have laws, you gotta catch me. You can't have a camera fucking
I know.
catch me,
It
right?
sucks.
Every single telephone pole.
Like it's the age old game. You know what I mean? You
Catch
make
me if you
laws.
can.
Yeah, you make laws and you gotta catch me red handed. You can't fucking film me.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I
Michelle
agree.
Wu.
And I guess it has to do with all the residents of Winthrop because people are flying by because their islands there. So all the
It's a cut
guys.
through. That's what they say about all those towns.
Yeah.
All those cities right there. They're like, we don't want outside cars coming into our
That's
town
great.
and flying. But fuck off.
You bought a house.
Yeah, you bought a house.
Fuck
Yes.
off.
It's a city.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're part of the city.
Yep.
That reminds me of when I was in college, there was this kid, and he was like sitting around. He's like, I'd like to go to fucking. He's like, dude, we should go to fucking Montreal this weekend because St. Mike's is only like an hour from Montreal. And he's like, we'll go up there. We'll fucking hit the strip clubs. And this kid's like, you know what I'd like to do tomorrow? I'd like to open a chocolate bar and win a fucking golden ticket to Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. But it ain't fucking happening. So shut the fuck up.
Drive to Super Sex on a Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. So, what was the other one that was like the one where you could actually get like laid in? It was like fucking Grand Prix or something like that.
There was so many.
Oh yeah.
You used to walk down like that St. Catherine Street.
Yeah.
And there was just like an open doorway with a stairway going down
Yeah.
into a
The hell?
basement. Yeah. And they're like, come on in. We got
Yeah.
chicks dancing.
Would you like to pay with some regret?
I was like, I don't want to go down there.
No.
You'd have to roofie me to get me
I
down
only
there.
went to Montreal once. It was for a Dave Matthews concert. We went up and back, and we were like, it was
Fuck
on a
yeah.
bus. Yeah.
I love Dave
We were
Matthews.
pissing in jugs.
So
like gentlemen.
I was there when I was 18
Yeah.
for New Year's and when I was 19 for New Year's. It was a blast.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not going down this stairway.
No,
It's
no.
it's like a black hole from
No.
the street.
Yeah, I
in
agree
an
with you.
alleyway.
Yeah.
Got into a lot of fights up there.
All right, so I got something I want to talk about. So I go up to AMC at the behest of my co-host on Cinema Showcase, the podcast that nobody listens to. And I would say don't listen to it. That's what I would say. Anyways, Justin's like, I usually go to Showcase Cinemas in Woburn. And he's like, AMC's better. He's like, it's got fucking laser. Yeah. How are you? So anyways, I go up, I'm like, go get tickets to that place. So I go up there. Now, for the people who aren't from this part of the country, there's the Liberty Tree Mall was a once great mall, right? And now it is basically a death trap of fuck. There's nothing in there. There's one long hallway that Tommy just goes, that just looks like a horror movie. There's like no storefronts. Like
They all are.
down to like a
just
Kohl's
dead.
or something, right? And so we go in, and there's a good theater in there. And I'm looking across, I'm like, what the fuck is this place, right? Now, I haven't prepped you guys on this stuff. I just came up with it last night. Actually, I was texting with Al about it, and he's like, I'm so pissed I'm not on the show tomorrow to talk about this. So it says it's called Netcast, right? So I'm like, oh, it must be like one of those gaming centers, right? Like, you know, they have those in the malls and the airports now. It's not. It's a new, and it's just in the Globe yesterday. It's a new mega church, right?
Oh, baby.
People like, so I stopped watching the screens outside. It's just people getting fucking dunked, right? And baptized and shit. It's a fucking, like a legit mega church inside the Liberty Tree Mall. Okay? So now, I did my research last night. I got audio clipped. We had a little fucking conversation to have here. So, I look up the people that are running the church and everything, right? So this guy, I think his name is Matthew Tuning, I think is his name, right? Now, he was a D2 or D3 hooper from New Jersey. He went to East Nazarene, I think it is, in Quincy. Is that what it's called?
Eastern Nazarene, yeah.
He's a Nazarene and played hoop there. He got a scholarship or something, but he wasn't a Christian. He says his parents split up when he was 4. His mother was Jewish. His father was Catholic.
Sounds like Panuzzo starting a cult.
Sound a very
D-
lot like Panuzzo, right?
D2 fucking baller.
Now, I
who
gotta
starts
say
a
this.
cult.
I gotta say this. First of all, I gotta say the first thing pinned to his Instagram, which he has like 55,000 followers, is him hooping. Like he's giving a sermon. He's like, I'm just a hooper who became a Christian. And like they show his hoop. This dude's a hooper. This guy's got fucking nasty game. Right? I just want to say that right at the rip, right?
Can he dunk like Panuzzo?
I don't think he can dunk, but he's behind the back. He's nasty, right? He's a good hooper. I'll just give him that.
He's a white dude.
He's a white dude. Yeah.
Matthew Tuning.
He looks like every New Jersey.
What a
He
question.
looks like every New Jersey hooper I ever saw play basketball.
When was the last time you met a black Matthew?
Yeah. So
Tuning.
anyways, basically, I started reading an article on it as I'm laying in bed, right? And he basically said he becomes a Christian at college. He was a filthy mouthed hooper. He says he was working at he was a sales guy, and then he becomes dude. It's all grift, right? It is what it is, right? So he's got this fucking mega church up there. They just bought another storefront, right? So they got 1,000 people going to this place at 9 and 11 on Sundays. I'm going there at 11. I'll see you there. I actually wanted to go undercover, but I'm afraid I'll get converted. I was like, Al, let's me and you I'll just never come out. I'll just be the next pastor at fucking Netscape, right? Netcast, whatever the fuck it's called. Netscape's the fucking old school fucking internet browser. So I got some audio of this dude. And I got some audio of the church for us to listen to. So if you want to throw your headphones on, they should all work. Yeah, hold on. Let me grab one. Anything else I can do? You want a hand job?
Thank you. You guys watch Righteous Gemstones?
Yes, of course.
So that's what
Yeah, that's what
immediately
comes to mind, right?
immediately comes to mind. Do you watch that, Danny?
No, never even heard of it.
You got to watch it. It's on Max. It's about televangelists,
Okay.
basically $1 million grifters.
By the way, I'm working on a fucking, if I was ever going to stand up, I'm working on jokes. I can't see shit anymore. And I'm like, not only do I need my fucking Viagra to jerk off now, I need my Ritas too. It's pretty good, right?
It is good.
You ready?
To bed one night, had a dream. I was starting a church back in Boston, and I was like, that's weird. Had the same dream 5 nights in a row. That's crazy. Yeah, it was weird from different angles, too. So I said to my wife one night, like after the 5th night, I was like, babe, if we were to ever start a church, where do you think like the Lord would call us? And she was like, probably Boston. And I was like, dang. I gotta tell you about these dreams. She was like, oh, man. So, 3 years later, here we move in my living room. This thing started, and now it's grown to.
Dude, so, all right. So here's what he says in the article. He was working at this, whatever, Christian church down in Winston, North Carolina. And he's like, I learned about church planting. Like, I want to plant 25 churches in the Boston area. It's just another grift. You're just trying to make money. Like, and then you can go behind the thing of like, oh, like I'm working for the Lord. You know what I mean? It's like you want to be Joel Osteen, basically. You know what I mean? He's wearing a hoodie and all these things, right?
A few years ago, there was a guy in our church.
This is my
who
favorite.
Was just evil. He had kind of like verbally and emotionally, I'll use the word, attacked many people in our church, mostly men. And, we would hear these stories and we get, snapshots of these like things that he was texting other people. And it was just evil. And sure enough, like a month or two later, boom, there was another situation. And this time it was against one of our pastors. And we just felt the Holy Spirit leading us to gather the other men that he had come up against and to meet with him collectively. And so when we gathered, as there's probably 15 guys, we gathered together and we just felt this real sense of, man, like we think we need to love him. We call him in. We open the door for him to come into his meeting. He comes in. He thought he was just meeting with like one or two of us, and there's 15 dudes in there. And he just starts teeing off on us, like, who you think you are, cursing us out. Like, man, like, you don't do this to somebody. You don't surprise somebody. Like, go ahead and say something, do something, like all this stuff. And I just start moving towards him. And I'm getting closer, and he's getting a little bit more fired up. And I get nose to nose with him. I said, bro, you want to know why we're here? To love you.
Hold on, it gets better.
He was like, huh? I said, bro, none of us here have anything to share with you other than we love you. We're not talking about your past. We're not talking about how we've been hurt. None of that is even going to get brought up. Shut up. Grab your jacket. We're going to grab some wings. That's it. And
So,
he put his head down,
here's
he
the
buried
best
his
part
face
about
in my
this.
chest and just began to weep.
Here's the best part about this. If you go to Liberty Tree Mall, there's two things in Liberty Tree Mall.
Wings.
There's a Buffalo Wild Wings and there's a fucking Netcast. So they're like, dude, we're going to Buffalo Wild Wings right now. We're getting some mango habaneros and you're going to learn about the fucking Lord. All right?
We're about to love you. Dude, he sounds like a white baller.
Oh,
He
dude,
does.
He
dude,
sounds
That's
like
Jason
a white
Williams.
baller.
Dude.
J-Dub. White chocolate was all I was thinking about when he was talking.
dude. All those dudes who were good at, well, Benuzzo is probably the exception. He sounds white, but he's got a little bit of it. But like, they all like, it's like, I got a little street in this fucking,
Yeah.
in this for you. You know what I mean?
Listening to him, all I want to see is a behind the back elbow bounce pass.
Fitzy, it's so funny you brought this up, right? So Friday,
Yeah.
I'm having break or whatever. Might have been Thursday, whatever. And Black Carpenter comes up to me, he goes, yo, Gilly, who's the best white basketball player of all time? And I was like, oh, the hick from French Lick, Larry Bird. He goes, all right, who's number 2? I go, Jay Williams.
Williams.
He goes, that's your answer? He goes, what about all these Europeans? I go, I've said this since day one. I fucking hate them all. European NBA players piss me off. Everyone got so fired up when we got Kristaps Porzingis. I'm like, get this guy out of here. Now he's fucking useless.
They might as
All
well
I
be a
think
different
about
race.
is fucking Tony Kukoc.
dude.
He was the first one
Yeah.
with Jordan
I
and,
remember,
and,
yeah.
and Pippen and everything.
Then they schooled him in the fucking dream
Well,
team.
yeah, because he was soft.
Yeah.
A lot of them were soft. I mean, they've gotten better. But
Hold on, we got more.
yeah.
Yeah, they have gotten better. I'll tell you. Well, I mean, look at Jokic. I mean, he's,
Yeah,
fucking, insane.
Hate him.
dog.
Hate him.
Yeah,
They just
all
don't
right,
move
now
the needle
this,
for me.
we've got 2 more pieces of audio from this. This is a message I can kind of get behind.
You need to go outside, you hold your breath, you keep your head down, you stare at concrete all day, especially in the summer, definitely at the beach. That's what we do. And you need to hear me. It's kind of ridiculous. Lust is more than just admiring beauty and attraction. Jesus is rebuking sexual fantasy and the mental consent to use somebody for sexual gratification. Here's why this is so important to understand. We have an entire population of Christian men running around with unnecessary shame because they've been told that attraction and admiration is the same as lustful intent and desire. Attraction and desire are not the same, but some of y'all are married to somebody that believes that it's the same. And so they add to the shame, where you have to walk around like, nah, I ain't attracted to nothing but you, babe. Only you. You're the only thing and you're lying and
This is for dummies. This is for fucking people who like are slow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
imagine donating to fucking Dreamcast or whatever the fuck.
dude, this kid was born in Woodbridge, New Jersey. He's like, y'all. Like, all right, last thing. I will say this. They got a banging band in this place. I mean, I'm going to say this is the one thing about the Catholic Church that stinks. Like, the music in the Christian churches.
Maybe. You can see Matthew Broderick already.
Oh, yeah. I mean, electric guitars.
Is this Dire Straits?
It's unbelievable.
We worship the God who was. We worship
The God who was.
We worship the God who evermore will be. He opened.
I want to be in this fucking band. I'm just going to be honest.
I didn't think this was up Matthew's wheelhouse from the way he was talking.
He doesn't sing.
No, I know, but like I thought he was gonna get like the Wu-Tang Clan to do something like this.
There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today.
This is only the house of the Lord today. Talk to me, Goose.
Shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place, and we won't be quiet.
We won't be quiet. I'll tell you right now. I can't go into that place. I'll just be in the band by like Tuesday.
That
Like
guy-
I'll be in the
that
band.
guy stinks.
That guy's horrible, dude. Here's the thing. Okay. Say what you will. We've litigated the church on this many times, right? Our mixed feelings, right? Obviously, but like, look, and I'm gonna just be guilty of this because I'm like, church is boring, church sucks. That church is probably kind of fun if you're an idiot. I mean, I don't know if they're giving out like half off wing coupons like for afterwards.
They gotta be.
They got to be doing a deal with Buffalo Wild Wings.
I really wish that when he was like, we got to do this church in Boston Dream, babe, where do you think I should do this church? I really was hoping she was gonna be like the Liberty Tree Mall. Like just really be the icing on the cake.
Dude, I will say this: he's a grinder because a lot of people have the balls to start a church at the Liberty Tree Mall, and he does. I'll
wild.
give him that.
How many's he got?
1,000 people. They're gonna fucking. This place will be
But
blown
that's
up.
his only church
Yeah,
so far.
So far.
He's trying to.
yeah. He's
Drop
trying to take
36.
everybody's money.
Drop
Yeah, he's trying to drop
36 in the
36 in the paint.
I wish he wore a Yankees hat, and everyone was just like, "Fuck you,
Okay,
dude, get the fuck
All right,
out of here."
Another thing. So I went all through his Instagram last night. I'm just fucking deep down the rabbit hole. He starts talking about the Celtics. He's like, as a lifelong Knicks fan, now I find myself pulling for this. I'm doing his voice, pulling for these Celtics. He's like, with my children, now I'm a Celtics fan. I'm like, you are definitely a fucking grifter.
Flip-flopping
you can't
fucking
fucking
loser.
say you were a Knicks fan your whole life and become a Celtics fan.
Yeah. No.
I don't give a fuck what Jesus Christ
doesn't-
told you.
yeah, it doesn't
okay?
work.
And how Jesus is for the fucking Celtics. We know that.
Yeah, because
that's
the
a
Knicks
fact.
just got
Well
smoked.
documented that he's a Celtics fan. Absolutely fucking insane. I was just like, holy shit. Like, so let's put it this way. So the guy says he has 5 nights in a row. First dream was that it's at Boston Common, right? He wants to fucking basically blow up Boston Common and make a fucking net cast there, right? Fuck out of Boston Common. Get your Jersey hands, your dirty, filthy Jersey hands out of my Boston Common, all right? Paul Revere be fucking
Turnpike
turning
ass
over
hands.
in his fucking grave, okay? I was so like, dude, that would be like me being Max. I had this dream the last 5 nights that I banged Salma Hayek. I think it has to happen. You know what I mean? Like, it definitely has to happen.
We should go knock on her
We
gate.
should go knock on her door. And I definitely am going to put up 25 fucking churches. I'm going to milk these idiots for everything they have. And then I'm going to fucking pretend I'm a Christian. You know what I mean? So basically, the lust message was, I loved it. It cracked me up because it's like, hey, listen, you can look at chicks. just admiration. You know what I mean? It's like, buddy, that is not how it works. You know it's not how it works in your fucking hoodie.
He's trying to like write it off for
He's
himself.
like being like, I'm trying to fucking explain to my wife why I'm looking at cans all day. You know what I mean? On the beach.
God
Like,
said it was fine.
God said it's fine. You know, God said it's okay, so it's okay with me. You know, we're just at our own church. Well, I mean, if I'm going to any church, I'm going to the Church of Luck.
Well,
Absolutely.
I meant to ask this earlier.
That's why I put that up last.
We knew that Josh was going to Virginia after the tournament. Did he
Yeah.
make the whole tournament, or did he have to dip early?
He had to dip.
He did.
Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah. It does. It did suck. I mean, you want a real pastor? That's who you want for your pastor.
100%.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'd sit through an hour of Josh fucking.
Everybody
preaching.
needs a little luck sometimes.
Yeah.
That would be great. Have Josh go undercover and like be talking to this guy about becoming pastor.
He'd
at his
probably
church.
take over fucking Dreamcast.
He'd take it over like Dreamcast.
Sega.
Sega Dreamcast. Oh my God. I'll tell you right now.
Danny had Sega Channel. Danny might join this church.
I'm gonna join them.
Well, I will say this: we had, we have dreams of one day, during a post-apocalyptic situation at Canopy Lake, and that guy will not be our pastor. It will
No.
be Josh. It will be the Church of Luck.
I just signed my family up for Family Day at Canopy Lake, and that's all I can think about. It's
the best.
I got to start looking at exit strategies.
Yeah.
for when this
And
day happens.
building fences and shit.
Yeah,
I'm like praying that Addie like wants to go this year because like I'm aged out now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like I'm just like praying that she wants one more kick at the can.
Yeah.
And I could get up there and just drop her friends and like walk around. I fucking love Canby Lake.
Oh, it's great.
there was it was probably like a 10-year lull before I went there. But again, I mean, obviously I'm going every year now, but I went up there and I went up to like one of these kids that work there in the summer, and I go, do you guys have deep fried Oreos or deep fried Twinkies? And the kid looked at me like I had 10 heads, and I'm like, don't look at me like that. These existed, you fucking idiot. And he's like, we don't have those. I'm like, well, then we got to talk to management.
We got a
because
problem.
He's like, what's a Twinkie?
He had no fucking clue. And I'm
Yeah.
like, they used to be outstanding. Right as you leave, like they were right there, right, nice ride home, snack. They don't have them no more.
Let's do all the ads and then we got a voicemail and then we got a tight schedule today because Fitzy's got sports.
Yep.
All right, Benchcraft, American Benchcraft. Father's Day is fucking coming, June 15th. So you got to get on it now. You can use their code because it's all 20% off, but use Corka. Let them know that you're supporting us. That will get you 20% off. Look, I got the belt. I got the if you're watching YouTube, I got the ledger. Names go in there. I got a name to bring up actually in a second.
Fitzy for being late, right?
Fitzy for being late. He was in pencil though. He was already.
He's already erased.
Somebody might be in pen. So go check them out, dude. You get the fucking best belts. You got all this shit. You got the belt. I got the tool bag.
I wear the belts every day. I'll be wearing
yeah.
it today
Yeah.
because I'm in sweats right
I
now.
actually
but
need a new one because I'm down to the last fucking rung and it's with the weight's coming off now that I'm on I'm off the gas for a little bit.
I will say this too, and this is just a little inside baseball. Chris sends great videos on Instagram.
Yeah.
Chris Angelides
Yeah.
a fucking dynamite guy.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best. So they're the best. They're union. They're a veteran owned. Great company to be involved with. Danny, you want to do Bella's?
Bella's 1211 Osgood Street, North Andover, Massachusetts. BellasNA.com. As we know, it stands for North Andover, not Narcotics Anonymous. I did talk to my buddy Sully. I know we talked about it last week. Excuse me. About doing the professor. He is so confident that he's going to beat this thing. So I got to set up a time because the cake and house food, I've seen it. He's been known he thinks that he got himself COVID because he stole someone else's nachos when they went to the bathroom at Applebee's, and he got COVID the week later. He's like, yeah, it was definitely when I stole those guys' nachos, and I was like, so this kid's an absolute fucking garbage disposal. I want to see how he would do on this professor. He is so confident that he could take this down, and he chirps at Ferg every single week on his podcast. He says he's the gatekeeper to the Modern Butcher because they get to skip the line and all that. And I said, well, Fitz. I mean, so you got to know somebody. That's all, you know. So Bella's, go get your beefs there all day long.
Misguided Spirits. Now, Misguided Spirits, they sponsor the podcast. They sponsor the golf tournament. They're the best. The guy Ed, who's I didn't get to cover this on the show. He's the guy I had to go meet because Jay Klepp was in. Who's a Patreon member. Shout out, join the Patreon if you want. It's an extra show every week. He was in Japan on like a wild trip. Kid lives a life. Anyways, I had the guy send me a new list of every place you can get it. So for local places here, so if you're in Boston, and you want to get it like just buy the bottles, Wild Duck on Mass Ave, Coasters Liquors. If you're in this specific area on the North Shore, in Melrose, you can get it at Wooden Fire. They have it down there. That's the pizza joint. And they have it at Buckaloo's, which is the like kind of like craft everything store in Melrose. You can get it if you're in Nantucket. You can get the Nantucket Yacht Club if you're fucking rich. But they got it like Wellesley, Fells Market, Weymouth. If you're a South Shore piece of shit, Ellie's Wine Cellar has it. So there's a ton of places. So if you ever going someplace and you're like, hey, I'm on vacation, Falmouth, by the way, you're down the Cape this year. Falmouth has the Tap City Grill. So there's a bunch of places. New Bedford, they're fucking selling this shit like fucking crack down there. And
Shout
they
out to
are
the
selling crack
Portuguese.
down there too,
They
by the
definitely
way.
get crack,
They're definitely
too.
selling crack. So that's that. Success Lift, real quick. If you're in the Patreon, you can be part of the group. We report our steps. Brian gives you custom workouts. My only beef with the shirts, which he gave us all shirts, and they're great shirts. It says like, grab one of those shirts for a second, Fitz. Do me a favor. Now, listen, I'm not here to litigate the, marketing of Success Lift, but here's where it is. It's a great shirt. You can get one of these if you're in the group, maybe. We'll see. Mental, physical, relational is the last. I think that should be personal. Relational is relational a word?
I don't think
know.
that's a word.
I've never heard of it in my
That's
life.
a word.
You're good at English, Fitz.
That sounds like a Matthew Tuning
Listen,
word.
he was a business major and a finance guy, so we're not going to hold it against him. High Performance Health. Go there, and even if you want to just text Brian, you can find him on Instagram. He'll give you some free tips, and he'll tell you how to get in touch with Matthew Churning at the church to get hooked up there. What else am I missing?
Ben Frank,
Ben Franklin Print Company. Dude, I'll tell you right now, they did an unbelievable job. We got Costa. So here's the thing with the Patreon guys. So benfranklinprintco.com. Tell them you're a corker. They'll give you 10% off. You can design your shit. The shirts are butter. I have to say that. Like, if nothing else, I'll be sleeping in an XL because they're fucking so comfortable.
soft.
They're softer than a baby's ass. Ben Franklin, they do a great job. Joe does an awesome job up there. Dude, I got the shirts. I had to go pick them up in the rain the day before the thing. I've opened one of the boxes. It's somebody else's golf tournaments, like sick hoodies, and I'm sick like quarter zips. I'm like, this is a rich golf tournament, huh? I'm giving out t-shirts. But for the Patreon guys, and I already said this on the Patreon page, if you are a lifetime corker, like the $20 members, they're all getting one sent to them for free. You don't have to pay for shipping, nothing like that. I'm gonna get on that this week. I am gonna do that. And we got a bunch of koozies left too. And then after those are done, we only have XL and double XL left. But if you want one of those for the guys of the Patreon, you'll get one. And the $10 members, the $5 members, the next. And then after we're done with that, we can sell whatever's left to whoever wants to buy them. So that's another benefit of being in the Patreon, I guess. Is that it? Are we missing one?
Fucking Tedco.
Tedco. Tedco-cm.com. Better construction process. Listen, no construction process is easy. Make it as easy as possible, I guess, is what I would say about that. Fitzy's going through it right now. I can't wait to Jesus Christ, I'm not drinking. Look what's happening.
Going through it is the key word. Listen, the work is fucking great. It looks beautiful. I'm happy with everything. It's just a process of having fucking people in your house.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But Ted, and honestly, his project manager, Matt, they've been great. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
And I wanted the fuck over.
You're done.
I'm done.
You're done.
By the way,
I
I
want to just live my life.
I just got a text alert. I woke up. I was able to bed at 10:30 last night because I'm a regular part of society again. And I got a text at 12:04 a.m. I woke up from Will Noonan being like, "How's the night going?" He likes to buzz text, you know what I mean? And then he texted me just now and he wrote, "Was either really good or really bad, I guess." Really good is the answer to that. All right, we got one voicemail.
Let's go.
Jesus fucking Christ. Cans, man.
Yo.
Good. What's going on, bud? So I've been thinking about something lately, and I want to know if there's a way to measure it, but I think there's a direct correlation to your level of obsession with the Karen Reed trial and how white trash you are. They got to be like up there. It's got to be like, I feel like everyone I know that's obsessed with it is very white trash. Let me know what you think.
I agree. I actually think like They have a meetup at JJ Grimsby's in Melrose on like Monday
So talk
nights
about Karen Reed.
to just go support Karen Reed. Every Monday night.
Melrose is nowhere near Canton. How are you supporting? Just
Dude.
get the wings and shut up.
Dude, these people fucking are obsessed with it. Now, I've never even really, all I see is what's on fucking Fox when I'm waiting for the weather to come on.
It's a fucking crazy story, but like a meetup?
Dude, like, what are they going to do when this is over?
So they go on Mondays.
They go on I think it's every Monday.
What time?
Like at night, evenings.
I think I gotta go. I gotta see what this is about.
I got a buddy whose wife goes to this. I just gotta say that. I'm not gonna blow her up. I'm just saying that like I see pictures and I'm like, this is fucking bananas. Like that's ground for if Maggie was doing that, I'd be like, we gotta get divorced. Like I gotta live somewhere else.
My sister Darcy's in this cult right now. I might have to take her to go get some wings at Grimsby's on Monday.
It's an awesome story.
It is.
Because it's fucking crazy. But you know what sucks? And I wish that we had this is when you have these stories like this, I wish you had like video that then just not releasing.
Yeah, so you finally find
So
out.
finally, after the whole entire thing's over, you're like, well, here's what happened.
Yeah.
And then it's the fucking money shot, you know? She runs him over.
Well, here's the thing. It's all about like the mystique. It's like I always say this about like Bigfoot. It's like if they ever found a Bigfoot, it would be like, oh fuck. Like it's just like a fucking ape nobody found, and it's just like that's kind of boring.
Yeah.
It's like the fact that nobody knows is like, and you can't really
People love
find
the
out.
unknown.
People love the
That's-
unknown.
That's what Making a Murderer.
Yeah.
Stephen Avery. Dude, one of my favorite fucking
Documentaries.
documentaries ever. And fucking poor Brendan Dorsey never got to see,
See
fucking
WrestleMania. Dude. That's all he wanted.
Is he still in jail? I think he got out, right?
No, I don't
He's
think
still there?
Yeah, dude, he's in there just rotten. He has no idea who's the
Wild,
champ
dude.
or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite thing about that was like, where were they? They were in Wisconsin, upstate Wisconsin, like fucking near the lakes, you know? And instead of calling him like slow or fucking on the spectrum or whatever, they just called him a slow learner. He's a slow learner.
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Loves wrestling.
Netcast.
He would join that church.
Yeah, he'd be at Netcast next week.
If he
Getting
could watch
baptized.
Raw, he'd be all in.
Yeah, dude, they just fucking turn on fucking NWO. and
Or
he'd
they
be
just
all
go
in.
down the streets of Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm sure they got something on the TV.
He loves it all.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right, short show, hour and 10 minutes.
We didn't even talk about fucking Steph Diggs.
Oh, I want to talk about that. Should we
Yeah,
talk about
dude.
Patreon or should we talk about it here? We can do it now. We can do it now.
Yeah,
you got a
we
little time,
we
right?
got a little
All
time.
right. So Steph Diggs caught handing out pink cocaine on his on a yacht with
Yeah.
all the girls.
Yeah.
Here's what I gotta say. That boat looked like a pretty good time. Not gonna lie. Like I wouldn't mind being on that fucking boat.
Just
You know what I
having
mean?
every girl call you daddy.
Yeah, some doughy, fat white kid like me, like with like receding hairline, being like, "Give me that pink cocaine."
Dude, if you had a bag of Tussie,
Oh, yeah.
you'd be all right.
Oh yeah, yeah. What
Dude, who names it Tussie?
the Colombians? I think.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that what Bean should have
I
said?
never-
Al said, "If you don't get no tussie, you don't get no pussy."
I never heard of it before until that video came out, and I was like, I want a bag of fucking dirty Tussie.
Dude, what do you expect? Listen, here's my thing about that. I don't give a fuck what this guy does. Did you
as
see
long
the
as he's
video that
catching
came
passes,
out? Who was he on the? Where was his last stop?
the Vikings.
The Vikings.
Uh,
you see when they were doing?
Oh,
Yeah, they said,
Who would
who-
you?
who- yeah.
Would you
Yeah.
want your
Sister not to date.
Yeah.
everybody? They were like Adam
Diggs.
Thielen was like
Thielen, yeah, yeah.
1,000%
Yeah,
Stephon
Stephon
Diggs.
Yeah.
Every single teammate answered that question. So the question was, who is the least person you would want your sister to date on the team right now? And they pulled the whole fucking team. Every single
Diggs,
answer was
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs, Stephon Diggs. I was dying. Thielen was like, Diggs.
1,000%. And then they get to him. He said nothing but a towel. He's like, I'm a good guy.
He's like, I'm a good guy.
Obviously not, dude.
Yeah, clearly no.
Dude, listen, this guy's job is to go out, run fast, and pick balls out of the air.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Like, that's his job. That's his only job.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what he's doing. I don't give a fuck. Like, aside from like killing somebody, right?
Yeah.
Like, dude, what do you expect? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this guy's got endless amounts of money.
Yeah, he's
He's
handed
not
the world.
snapping atoms in his fucking spare time. You know what I mean? Doing Pythagorean theorem. He's fucking out on a boat with Cardi B, just dropping fucking drugs. Like,
And honestly, if a chick's gonna fall for it, then she's probably on Netcast.
yeah, she's
You know
probably,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like fucking smarten up.
Yeah, exactly. Get a fucking thought in your head, as Kevin I would say. Yeah, unbelievable. I have no problem with it. I'll just say that. I don't think there's nothing they can do about it. He wasn't doing it.
Right.
They don't know what it was, really. For all they know, it was, I mean, we know what it was, but
Right.
like, they don't really know what it was. Like, he's on a boat out in international waters. Who gives a shit what he's
Again,
doing?
video can't fucking, you can't get caught on video. You know what I mean? You got to catch me, and then you got to test that tussy. I need you to grab
that's
me.
his only thing is like, dude, put the fucking phones in one of those fucking bags like you go to Shane Gillis.
So honestly, if you're that rich and you're on that boat, like, get everyone's phones.
Yeah.
Like, do what you want to do and don't let it get out. I mean,
You can't be like that Miami Dolphins coach who's like sending the video with the fucking mirror, the lines, and he's like, I really want you to come over here right now. You can't be doing that.
I would 100% rather
Smoking gun, you know?
that video come out than have fucking Odell Beckham's picture with the Giants where
dudes,
it's just
bro.
all dudes like touching each other.
Brother, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Diggs guy.
You like to be straight. You like your philandering to be straight.
Yeah.
You like your receivers.
to not receive.
To like Tussy. I like my receivers getting Tussy.
Yeah, I had no problem with it. Like I said, I mean, I don't give a fuck. If this guy goes out and catches a shitload of balls, who gives a fuck?
I mean, basically, that's what Vrabel said. He was like, we know what we know what we're gonna deal with it on our own. What else? What else are you gonna say?
I mean, Vrabel must be sitting there being like, dude, listen. This is the NFL. Like,
Yeah.
we're not at MIT right now.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, these guys potty. This is what they do. Like, it's the exception to the rule when a guy is like Vrabel. You know what I mean? Like, in general. Like, what do you expect? You give somebody who comes from nothing millions of dollars,
Yeah.
right? And, like, not to say, I don't know Stephon Diggs' like background, but like, it's like when Iverson got all his money and he spent it all. It's like he was just buying like millions, like thousands of dollars worth of clothes every time, leaving them there. It's like these guys, like, they're not from money, like they're not like set up to like succeed, like in, you know what I mean? Like,
Diggs isn't hitting women.
no,
He's just pottying.
yeah, he's just getting a little tussy. You know what I mean?
You can't hate him for that. There's a lot worse. The NFL has a lot worse
dude.
track record.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, I mean, he's not knocking women out in the elevator. He's not fucking.
not getting blowjobs in the Oval Office.
he's
You know
not
what I mean?
he's not hitting kids.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out Bill Clinton. All right, cool. So that's that. Hour and 15 minutes.
Perfect.
Great episode. Had a blast. Go to this is brought to you by Netcast Church. One of the
check
best
out
churches.
Matthew.
Check out Matthew
Dog.
Tuning. I don't even know what kind of name that is. He literally looks like every New Jersey basketball player I ever met through Panuzzo.
You should make a commercial with him with the Bible.
I
Just
need-
throwing it behind his back and hitting him with his elbow.
I
like Jay
texted
Williams.
Panuzzo last night and sent him the video. I'm like, I need a fucking scouting report on this kid. Like, and I still haven't got it yet. So, all right, cool. We'll do Patreon. And then, when, like I said, this next month's going to be kind of scattered a little bit. So for the Patreon people, like they get the episode when it comes out. So it might be some midweek shows or whatever. We'll figure it out. But we're going to get it done. So anything else? We good?
I think I'm good, man. Thank you for everybody for the golf tournament again. It was a great time. Thanks for weathering the storm, I guess.
Yep.
It was a cold morning. We got through it. Ended up being a great day.
Yep.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks to Al for the booze, and thanks to Danny O'Neill for the foursome. And thanks to Steph for the threesome. All right, cool. Get your tussie here. Bye.